Welcome, conspiracy theorists, armchair detectives, and anyone who's ever wondered if the swamp truly lives up to its name. Today, we delve into the murky depths of Washington, D.C., a city where power brokers, lobbyists, and politicians intertwine in a dance as intricate as it is often corrupt. We're peeling back the layers, exposing the secrets, the scandals, and the sheer audacity of it all. Prepare to be amazed, appalled, and possibly a little bit amused. Because, let's be honest, sometimes the reality is far stranger than any fiction we could concoct. We'll start with the revolving door, a phenomenon so common in D.C. it's practically a national monument. Picture this: a high-ranking official leaves their post in government, only to immediately land a lucrative job lobbying the very same agencies they used to oversee. The conflict of interest is blatant, the ethical implications staggering. But the system, you see, is designed to allow this. It's legal. And that, my friends, is where the real scandal lies. We'll examine specific cases, names you might recognize, situations where the lines between public service and personal enrichment have been blurred beyond recognition. One case in particular, involving a former senator and a defense contractor, involved a yacht, a very expensive yacht. I wonder what planet the judge was on when they delivered that verdict. It felt like a slap on the wrist. The influence of money in politics is a well-trodden path, but the sheer scale of it in Washington is breathtaking. Super PACs, dark money, campaign contributions, the list goes on. We'll unravel the intricate web of funding, showing how billions of dollars are funneled into campaigns, shaping policy, and ultimately influencing the lives of everyday Americans. We'll look at specific examples, detailing how certain bills were passed or blocked, not based on merit or public interest, but on the size of the donation checks. You'll be shocked at the sheer brazenness of some of these maneuvers. When you hear this lobbyist's defense, you'll spit out your coffee. It was truly something else. But it's not just about money. It's about access, about the cozy relationships forged between lawmakers and powerful interests. Think exclusive dinners, private jets, lavish vacations, all carefully orchestrated to curry favor and secure influence. We'll expose the culture of quid pro quo, the unspoken agreements, the subtle nods and winks that grease the wheels of this corrupt machine. We'll discuss the revolving door again, this time focusing on the legal loopholes that allow this blatant conflict of interest to continue unchecked. It's a system built on obfuscation, on intentionally complicated language designed to confuse and mislead the public. And then there's the regulatory capture. Agencies designed to protect the public interest are often captured by the very industries they're supposed to regulate. We'll examine specific examples of agencies that have failed miserably in their duty to protect consumers, the environment, or the public health. We'll look at how industry lobbyists effectively rewrite regulations to serve their own interests, often at the expense of the American people. We'll focus on the Environmental Protection Agency, which, despite its name, has often been more focused on protecting the industries they are meant to regulate than the environment itself. It's a sad, but unfortunately true, state of affairs. Now let's talk about lobbying. It's a legal profession, but one that often operates in the shadows. We'll dive into the world of lobbyists, the highly paid professionals who influence legislation on behalf of their clients. We'll examine the tactics they use, from subtle persuasion to outright bribery, and the staggering amounts of money they command. We'll look at how they exploit loopholes in the law, how they use their connections and influence to shape policy in their clients' favor. It's a game of influence, a game where the rules are often bent and sometimes broken entirely. One particularly egregious case involved a lobbyist who managed to get a tax break passed that only benefited a single company, his client. The sheer audacity. We'll also discuss the role of campaign finance reform, or rather, the lack thereof. We'll analyze the shortcomings of existing laws, the loopholes that allow for unlimited spending, and the way the system has been manipulated to favor wealthy donors and special interests. We'll examine proposed reforms and their potential impact, and discuss the ongoing battle to create a fairer, more transparent system. The fight for campaign finance reform is far from over, and understanding the issues is crucial to achieving meaningful change. Furthermore, we'll examine the role of the media in all of this. How much influence do media outlets have on shaping public opinion? Are they truly independent watchdogs, or are they influenced by the same forces that shape Washington? We'll look at instances where media outlets have been complicit in covering up scandals or downplaying the significance of corruption. A critical examination of the media's role in this complex web is necessary to understand the full scope of the problem. The truth is often buried under layers of spin and carefully crafted narratives. This isn't just about a few bad apples. It's a systemic problem, a deep-seated culture of corruption that has permeated the halls of power for decades. We're not just pointing fingers, we're exposing the mechanisms that allow this corruption to flourish. We're showing you the intricate web of connections, the legal loopholes, and the sheer audacity of those who benefit from this system. The sheer scale of this corruption is difficult to even comprehend. It's almost comical in its audacity. Almost. But there's hope. We'll discuss strategies for combating corruption, from increased transparency and stricter regulations to empowering citizens to hold their elected officials accountable. We'll explore the role of investigative journalism, citizen activism, and the importance of informed voting in creating a more just and equitable society. We'll also discuss the ongoing efforts of various watchdog groups and organizations dedicated to exposing corruption and advocating for reform. Their work is crucial, and we'll highlight some of their successes and ongoing challenges. This is not just a story about Washington, D.C. It's a story about the struggle for democracy, the ongoing fight against the powerful interests that seek to undermine it. It's a story that demands our attention, our vigilance, and our active participation. It's a story that needs to be told, and it's a story that we're going to continue to explore. Stay tuned for further updates, further investigations, and further revelations. Because, my friends, this is just the beginning. The swamp is deep, and we're only just starting to wade in.